spoken highly of Reiner Knizia's designs and given many high scores, including the review I just did there of Sunrise Lane. That shall not happen with My City Roll and Build. This is a roll and write version of the original My City, and worse in every way imaginable. The component quality is atrocious. The form factor, the pages, the pencil that's hard to see on the page, that comes in many roll and write games. But man, you have to draw all of the polyomino shapes, and then you have replaced the deck of cards with dice. Some of the worst quality dice I have seen since the 90s. They are so lightweight that I'm afraid they will crumple in my hands. You could convince me they're filled with helium. They are so thin and lightweight and just terrible. And I'm not even a big component quality person, but this is silly. This is ridiculous. But all that aside, my biggest complaint about My City Roll and Build is that it has it's almost identical to My City. It really is. The opening missions score the exact same way. It feels like you're playing that game again, but smaller and worse. And by worse, I do mean mechanically worse. I like what you would classify as flip and write games because you flip over a deck of cards. That deck of cards tends to have a little bit of stability while maintaining randomness, and replacing that from the original My City with the dice in this game, you can roll all sorts of different shapes, so you're likely to repeat polyomino shapes. You're likely to get weird swings. You can get a single little square tile in this game by rolling a blank on one side and a one square on the other. So you draw a one-size polyomino. If you have a bunch of those in a row, this game becomes wildly easier. And then you have to also color in the shapes because you are provided a pencil, an awful pencil that doesn't show up on the sheets very well, and you have to either draw them with some cross-hatching or color them all the way in, and that's just ludicrous with this pencil. It takes longer than finding the tile and putting it on the board. It feels less satisfying. It's a worse product in every single way. I'm giving this one a 3 out of 10, because not only do I feel like this game doesn't really need to exist, I feel like this one shouldn't. So, harsh, but I would not recommend you seek out My City Roll and Build.